How to survive the forthcoming crash. I know sounds very morbid in trying to tell you that the market is going to crash. I'm not trying to tell you the market is going to crash when. I'm just going to tell you that the market is going to crash. 2020, especially the later part, has been very kind on stocks like, say, Tesla, which was doing very badly in 2018 compared to the other 2017 highs, and suddenly in 2020 it went up dramatically. So these kind of things will happen, which means if I tell you today that it is worth going short in Tesla, you can be sure that you will lose your shirt, pant and underwear also by doing something like that. So calling the top of the market is very easy. You can go wrong many times. That's the problem, because even after calling a top of Tesla and going short, you could lose a lot of money if it goes up further and then comes down, but you will not have the ability to stay short for a very long time, so you will lose money. Why am I saying all this? Is to say that the market will crash. I do not know when. The market will come down. I do not know when. It is obviously driven by a huge amount of liquidity and from work from home, people having a lot of time on their hands, and this is the combination which is taking the market high. We will all have our justification saying technology is changing. These are the companies who are sitting on a lot of cash, etc., etc., etc. But to my mind, the thing is, one day the market will come down. The problem is you do not know when to sell. So if you want to sell now because you have made your 20% or 25% or whatever it is, whatever is your target, and you have a goal for which you had been saving, and that goal is in 2023 or 24, and you've already achieved the amount, that's a great time to sell. However, let us assume for a minute that today the market reaches 50,000 Sensex, and after that it falls. The question is, from 50,000 when it falls to 49,500, everybody will tell you it's a minor correction, there is nothing to worry. And then it falls, let's say it falls very quickly to 42,000 or 40,000. That's the time when people will tell you, oh, anyway we were sitting on too much of excesses, so you should sell and you should put this money into cash and fixed deposits and things like that. And then the market falls further to say 38,000. This is the time when they will say, look, we told you this is the time to be selling, etc., etc. So when the market reaches 38,000, you react and you sell. That is the worst thing to do, because I remember articles in 2008 in the US. You have the very famous broadcaster, let me not name him, who had said you should shift to cash and that's the best place to be. You search on Google, you will find those articles. And I know that it is wrong, because I do get mails from a lot of people saying we sold, now what should we do? And suppose the market goes back from 38 to 46,000, will you have the willingness to buy? Okay, that is one question. You will not have the willingness to buy. So what are the steps that you need to take to make sure that you do not panic at a bottom or panic at any price, right? First of all, stop checking your portfolio on an hourly basis, weekly basis, etc. It doesn't really matter, because you're going to sell it over a longer period of time when you need money. You're going to sell a share because you need money, because you have achieved your goals, because you want to buy your camera, you want to make that trip, you want to buy that car, whatever it be, you are doing it for yourself. You're not selling because I told you so or because the media told you so. That is the stupidest way to sell, because you did not ask me when to buy. So if you did not ask me when to buy, if you did not tell me why you are buying, if you do not tell me what are your goals, I have no clue to tell you when you should sell. You should sell as per your needs, not as per the advice of some expert or some call, because it's always tempting to think, oh, I will sell at the top and buy back at the bottom, I will sit in cash. Occasionally you may be right too. There are portfolio advisors who got some things right, but unless you can find an advisor who can get all things right at all times, it is a high risk strategy that you're taking. Second, when you're looking at returns, look at the returns which make you happy, not because of somebody else, right? So you are happy with the 20% return or a 25% return and you take your profits. That's perfectly all right. Personally, I don't do that. I stay on in good shares for pretty long period of time. That brings us to the third thing. Think in terms of not in terms of days or months. Think in terms of years and decades and intergenerational wealth transfer. Don't think in terms of 2 months and 3 months and 6 months. Don't ride the booms. And also very important that if you think a share which you bought at 30 rupees has gone to 70 rupees and you are happy with the return, get out. Then don't re-enter it at 120 hoping to sell it at 200. It might go, but do you have the stomach to take that fall again back to 40 or 50, right? If you don't have the stomach, do not enter at higher levels. Be happy with what you have, or typically, like a good investor, enter at all levels, saying anyway I have 2 decades to invest or 10 years to invest or 15 years to invest. I don't mind putting a small portion of my portfolio into the market on a regular basis. When you do all these kind of things and you very clearly say, I know I'm investing in 2020, but I need this money in 2035. Right, you're thinking 1.5 decades, or you're saying I don't need this money at all. I am 65 years of age. I have enough of dividend income, enough of tax-free bond income, etc., which is far greater than my need for expenses. So I seriously do not need any more cash from my portfolio. I will not sell anything from my portfolio. I can live on current income. I am 75 years of age and I don't require anything else. That's fine. But be very careful. Don't sell at the bottom, because you have, let us assume that you enter now and the market crashes. And you feel, oh my God, I made a mistake of entering the market at the top because the market has fallen from say 48,000 to 40,000. Don't make the second mistake of selling at the bottom. Market will bounce back provided you have good quality shares, right? All the good quality shares will also fall, but they will perhaps fall less, or they may even fall more if it's a share which was overpriced. But you will get back your capital. You will need patience, right? So you keep buying regularly at various levels, and I would prefer a mutual fund portfolio because the fund manager is doing the necessary shuffling. But if you know how to invest in direct equities, you know which share has fallen and which share deserves to be bought. So keep buying those shares, and I wouldn't say keep averaging, because averaging can be very hurtful in single shares. So be careful about that. When you do all this, is the best way to avoid being hurt in a fall. Thank you.